Do you want more out of your very expensive Mac? Whether you've just picked one up or you've been using a Mac for years, then the apps in this video will help you. These are 10 apps that I use every single day that have made me genuinely more productive, and honestly, they've just made the macOS experience better. Most of them are free, but all of them are worth your time. This video is sponsored by CleanMyMac, more on them later. Coming in at number 10 is AppCleaner. Here's a little secret about macOS. When you drag an app to the bin to delete it, it doesn't actually get rid of all of it. Most apps have scattered files all over your system, and when you think you've deleted an app, most of that stuff actually stays behind. But AppCleaner fixes this. It's made by free Macsoft, and the whole thing is brilliantly simple. You drag an app you want to delete into the AppCleaner window, and it will instantly find every single file associated with that application. And you'll be surprised at how many hidden files some apps leave behind. And from there, in one click, you can delete everything. But my favorite feature is something called Smart Delete. When you enable it in the preferences, AppCleaner is going to automatically detect when you drag an app into the bin, which is obviously the normal way to do it in macOS. And then it's going to pop up an offer to remove all the leftover files for you without even needing to open AppCleaner itself. It's just going to work in the background. And here's the best part. AppCleaner is completely free. It's been around for years, it's trusted by the Mac community, and it does exactly what it says. Now on to number 9, which is Hidden Bar. If your menu bar looks something like this, then it's a cluttered mess. Every app you install seems to want to have a little icon up there, and before you know it, your menu bar is so crowded that half the icons end up disappearing behind the notch. But Hidden Bar solved this in the most elegant way. It's a tiny, free, open source app that adds a small divider to your menu bar. Then you can hold down Command and you can drag your menu bar icons to the left of that divider and they disappear. Click the little chevron icon and they all come back again. Click again and then they're all hidden. And you can even set it to auto hide after a few seconds so you don't have to remember to hide them yourself. And you can also assign a keyboard shortcut to toggle those hidden icons. Hidden Bar launches at login, so once you set it up, you genuinely forget it's there, which is sort of the whole point of the app. Hidden Bar is made by the Dwarves Foundation. It's available on the Mac App Store and on GitHub, and it's completely free. Number 8 in our list is CopyClip. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know how I use macOS for this long without a clipboard manager. And just think about it, right? You copy something, and then you copy something else, and then the first thing you copied is just gone. So CopyClip is going to sit quietly in your menu bar and it keeps a running history of everything that you've ever copied. Need that link that you copied 20 minutes ago? It's there. You click the menu bar icon and there's the entire clipboard history in a single drop-down list. Click on any item and then it's ready to go and ready to paste. CopyClip is made by FitLab, and the basic version is completely free on the Mac App Store. And it's one of those apps that actually inspired Apple recently to build this functionality into macOS Spotlight Search. But I still think this app is better. Moving on to number 7, it's Claude. And I know what you're thinking. Oh great, another person telling me to use AI. But hear me out. If you're not familiar, Claude is an AI assistant made by a company called Anthropic. And while you can use it in a web browser, the Mac app is where it really shines because it sits on your machine as a native macOS application. And to get going, you press a keyboard shortcut. So for me, it's Option twice, and then it's there, ready to go. So I use it for everything from drafting emails, negotiating sponsorships, and researching topics for scripts and videos. And it's like having a very patient, very knowledgeable colleague who's always available and is never going to actually judge you for asking stupid questions. But what makes the desktop app significantly useful is how seamlessly it integrates into macOS. You've got something you're working on, you just hit the keyboard shortcut, automatically grab a screenshot, and then you ask your question. You get your answer, and then go straight back to what you were doing. There's no opening up a browser, finding your tab, while not getting distracted by the 17 other tabs that you keep open. The app is free to download and use. There are paid tiers if you want more usage or access to more powerful models, but you get a genuinely useful amount of work done on the free plan. Do you take a lot of screenshots? Because then Xnapper is for you. And for the longest time, I've been using the built-in macOS screenshot tool, then opening it in the preview app to annotate some text or include some arrows or draw some boxes around what I'm trying to talk about. But Xnapper does all of this and so much more. You can assign a keyboard shortcut, select what you want to capture, and it instantly wraps everything in a beautiful gradient background with perfect padding, rounded corners, and a subtle shadow. And it makes screenshots look nice, and you may have actually noticed some of these used in my other videos. But it's not just about making things pretty, because Xnapper has a clever feature where it's going to automatically detect and redact sensitive information that can be in your screenshots. Things like email addresses and credit card numbers. But you can also customize backgrounds. You can adjust the border radius, the shadow, annotate with arrows and shapes, and even set up presets for different social media platforms, so your screenshots are always in the correct dimensions for that platform. Xnapper is free to use with a small watermark, or a one-time payment removes the watermark permanently, and there is no subscription, which we do appreciate on this channel. On to number 5, and the sponsor for today's video, CleanMyMac. This app is one I've genuinely been using for years before they reached out, so when they wanted to do a sponsorship, it was an easy yes. You spend a lot of money on your Mac, and you will use it for years to come. But over that time, it will fill up with old caches, broken downloads, system logs, and forgotten files from 3 years ago. It all piles up quietly in the background. And macOS is rubbish at telling you about it, which is exactly where CleanMyMac comes in. CleanMyMac has this feature called Smart Care, which is basically a one-click health check for your entire system. It's going to scan everything and break the results down into 5 clear categories: how much junk you can clean up, whether there are any threats on your system, performance tasks that you can run, app updates that you might be missing, or duplicate downloads that are cluttering up your drive. And it just lays everything out into one dashboard. You hit the button and it tells you exactly what's going on in your Mac. But the 2 things that I've actually been using the most recently are Space Lens and Cloud Cleanup. Space Lens builds this visual map of your entire drive, every folder sorted by size, so you can instantly see what's eating all of your storage, which is both useful and slightly embarrassing when you find things that you meant to delete. Cloud Cleanup does a similar thing but for your cloud storage. It connects to your accounts and it's going to show you what's taking up your space across all your cloud accounts in one place. And what I appreciate most is that this app doesn't try and scare you. There's no red flashing warning saying that your Mac is about to explode. It just shows you what's there, lets you decide what to remove, and then just gets out of the way. And if you want to give CleanMyMac a go, I've left a link below which gives you an exclusive 10% discount. And as always, when you use that link, it really helps support the channel. So thank you for considering, and thank you to CleanMyMac for sponsoring this video. Number 4 is for anyone who doesn't use the Magic Mouse. You know, that mouse with terrible ergonomics and a completely memeable charging port. Because when you use a third-party mouse on macOS, scrolling feels choppy, it's kind of jerky. It's nothing like the smooth, buttery scrolling you get with the built-in trackpad or when using the Magic Mouse. And this is because Apple restricts non-Apple hardware from using smooth scrolling in macOS. But Moss fixes this. It's a tiny, free, open source app that applies smooth scrolling to your external mouse. And it manages this by using a custom interpolation algorithm, which makes every scroll feel like it should do. And what's really clever is that Moss separates your trackpad and your mouse scroll settings independently. So you can actually reverse scroll the direction of your mouse without it affecting your trackpad, which is something macOS bizarrely doesn't let you do natively. Moss is completely free and it's open source. You can download it from the developer's website or you can get it through Homebrew. Moving on to number 3 is Popclip. When you select a piece of text on your Mac, nothing happens. You have to right click, you have to find the action that you want in that pop-up menu, and then you go from there. It's functional, but it's actually pretty slow. Popclip changes that. When you highlight any text, a small toolbar is going to instantly pop up above your selection, and it's very similar to what you get on an iPhone or an iPad. But that's just the beginning, because what makes Popclip genuinely powerful is its extension library. There are over 200 extensions that you can download from the Popclip website, and they add all sorts of useful actions to that pop-up menu. For example, you can highlight a word and translate it with Google Search, or select a paragraph and send it straight to Apple Notes. There's a Markdown extension, a word count extension, a title case extension, and the list goes on. Popclip is available on the Mac App Store as a one-time purchase, or you can try the free trial from the developer's website first. Number 2 is an app for emoji shortcuts. The default emoji picker on Mac is, and I say this with some love, quite crap. You press Control Command Space, you wait for it to load up, you search for the emoji that you want, you scroll through the results, you click it, and you finally get your emoji. But Rocket replaces that entire process with something far simpler and far quicker. All you do is you type a colon followed by a keyword, so colon then thumbs up, for example, and Rocket will instantly suggest matching emojis as you type. Then you hit enter on the one you want, and the emoji is inserted right where you're typing. Your hands never have to leave the keyboard. And this sounds like a tiny thing, and it is, but it's one of those tiny things that you will end up using dozens of times a day. Rocket is really lightweight, it's unobtrusive, and the free version covers all standard emojis. There is a paid upgrade if you want gift search or custom emoji support, but for most people, the free version is all you're gonna need. And finally, number 1 is System Color Picker. If you've ever been working on anything visual and you've seen a color on your screen, perhaps on someone's website, and you thought, wonder what the hex code is for that, then this is the app for you. This app is going to add a color picker tool to your menu bar. You click it and then use the eyedropper to click on any pixel anywhere on your screen, and it instantly copies the hex code to your clipboard. That's it. That's the entire app. System Color Picker is available on the Mac App Store. It's tiny, it's fast, and it's free. Those are the 10 Mac apps that I genuinely wish that I'd found sooner. If even one of those makes your Mac experience a little bit better, then this video has done its job and deserves a like. If you want to see more videos like this, then consider hitting subscribe. And if you've got an app that you think I'm missing, something that changed how you use your Mac, then drop it in the comments to let me know, because I'm always looking for new ones to try. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.